Go for it, Mikey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9, take 2, because we recorded this once, and the internet messed up. So here we are, doing episode 9 again, and we have a guest. Some of you may know him already. Some of you may have bought his stuff. I also, like the rest of us, he also has a great mustache. And go ahead and introduce yourself with the mustaches.
With the mustaches, what's up, everybody? My name's Griffin. I'm from Stache Salt. There he is, Mr. Salty himself. Just a firefighter in Texas that loves the fire service and giving back to our brothers and families in need. And that's kind of what started this whole journey. And I just appreciate you guys having me. Happy to be here.
Glad to have you with us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Oh, see, I can't wait for the
yeah, absolutely.
This is the hot shots, yeah. So I can't wait for the Leatherhead to come in on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Griffin made some money off me last week. Needless to say.
Yeah, I got some stuff too. I was super excited to see that. Oh, they're all discombobulated now. Go ahead and pick up two.
Oh,
the
that's right.
got in.
Oh, heck yeah. Awesome. Hey, that's pretty cool to see. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. So Travis, you wanna start off with your question, or you want to go, sir?
I was gonna say with that, I don't know if you guys saw today, but I went to the gas station this morning. I was on my way home from shift, and I walk up to the register, and the dude has a big twisted up stash. And I was wearing this hat, and I just went, "Man, good mustache. What wax do you use?" And he pulls it out of his pocket. He goes, "I thought I saw your hat in here." He pulls out a tin of Afterburn.
Oh, no shit.
What? Yeah. So
yeah, dude.
I was like, man, that's super cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So he pulled it out. I mean, crazy random, but he pulled it right out. He's like, "Man, I love this stuff. This is awesome." I was like, "Hey, come out to the truck and get some stickers." So luckily I had some stickers with me, because sometimes I'm super lazy and don't have stickers with me.
Needless to say, his truck is a mobile billboard.
Just stickers everywhere.
Yeah, it's a giant decal that says Stache Salt with Mrs. Salty on the side of it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the idea, is to be a mobile billboard.
There you go.
So unfortunately, the last episode we were graced with the pleasure of getting revealed the new scent, the new wax, as it were. Since then, flavor. You have named it.
That was once in a lifetime.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen again.
I haven't named it. I didn't name it. Well, actually, I put it out there for everybody to name, and one of our awesome followers, one of our friends, named it. So here is the sticker that you guys got to see. This was the first tin that we got to put it on. Is that coming through?
Oh yeah, it's coming through. Oh yeah.
Oh, so there it is. The name that was chosen by all you guys and that was voted on was. Does that look backwards, or is that right?
No, that looks perfect.
Right. Yeah, Dazed and Infused.
Get you later.
Get you later. Chicks don't want to hear that crap,
so man. Long, it's not true.
Yeah.
By far.
This is the new one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. By far, my favorite movie. Like anytime it comes on, I don't even give a shit if it's on TV. It's getting watched.
All right. Yeah. So yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. You guys saw me as the labels arrived. We got to put the first one on, but this is the same tin, so there it is.
Yep.
Nice.
Be ready.
So,
on. Oh yeah.
Travis, you want to go with your question?
Sure.
I can see you itching at the bit.
Yeah. So a little bit like how we did last time, before our connection kind of started getting all derpy. So kind of tell us a little bit more about what got you to start up with Stache Salt.
So, like we talked about, so I guess we don't have to say that anymore. It's just This is the first time. This is the interview. This is the one. I had some other stuff. It was just like brand X generic mustache wax that was nothing special. Just anybody could buy off the shelf. I had a buddy of mine that kind of was like, "Hey man, you should just try to make some and see what happened." So went home and did some mad scientist research and came up with a few different recipes and different scents and stuff like that. It kind of, I've just put it out there on my own Facebook and Instagram and whatever, and people are like, "Hey man, how do I buy it?" So I was like, "Oh shoot." Well, I wasn't trying to create a business, or I wasn't trying to start this whole thing or anything like that. So my old chief, where I used to work, got diagnosed with cancer, and people wanted to buy this stuff. So I was like, shoot, well, let's use it and give back to his family, because I knew they were struggling with their cancer bills. So that's kind of how it took off. People said, "How do I buy it?" So I said, "Babe, I need a logo. I need the mustache, a skull, and a fire lid." So that's what she came up with. And we started donating. We went to their Christmas banquet and presented them with the check from our first sales and all that. And that's kind of where it all originated. And that's still what we try to do, is find families in need whenever we have a substantial amount. Well, we think substantial. I mean, $10 at a time, it's not going to be millions of dollars, but maybe someday they'll get there. But that was kind of the idea. So we just wanted to give back to our brothers and our families in need. So that's how it started.
Nice. That's a good way to start out. If any. Oh shit.
So
yeah.
But you got anything, John?
The other question that Travis had, we were joking about it. Is there going to be a pre-sale for the Dazed and Confused? And can we get some? Or do we have to wait till Friday like everybody else?
I could probably make that happen. Well, I could make that happen for you dudes if you guys are interested.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's send me a message after this, and I'll get you guys taken care of. I'm always down to help out my brothers. So
all right.
Heck yeah.
So
send me a message after this, and we'll get you fixed up, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get you guys fixed up.
Yes, as Dale Jr. would say. So how did Griffin become into the job? The who's, what's, where's, and the whys. Did the internet derp out on us?
Well, I was like, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we
hear
got
me.
Yep, we're good. Oh, it's happy hour again.
There's happy hour. Oh no, everybody got home from work. Let's Zoom. But there's the typical. Every little kid sees a fire truck, and then there's the typical interview answer of, well, here's to the check boxes that I can do to get hired. My story was, I mean, it sounds like an interview question where, hey, why did you want to be a firefighter? And my answer is, my parents were in a bad wreck when I was a kid. My dad was all police, all PD, all of his friends were cops. Everything that he knew and talked about was shooting and guns and cops and bad guys, and not in like a, but anyways, he never knew anything about fire, and they were in that bad wreck. So he was hanging upside down in his car, and he said when he heard the power tools, the rescue tools turn on, he said he knew there was hope. And that was something that always stuck out to me, is I always wanted to be that hope for someone on their worst day. So it sounds like an interview question or answer, but that's the real deal. Where he said when those tools turned on, he never knew what they sounded like, but when he knew they turned on, that there was hope. So that was kind of my trigger point or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah. So this is so tough. Like, take two. So where where did you start your journey and where are you now, like department-wise?
So after school, always knew I wanted to be a fireman. I always wanted to do fireman stuff with my friends. After school, I actually went to school for chassis fabrication for a little while, did some Baja racing and off-road racing, stuff like that. Before I got back in, went to EMT school. I started as a volunteer for a small little city out here in the DFW Metroplex. Volunteered for a couple of years, worked for a private ambulance for a couple of years, went to a part-time department, went to a full-time fire department where I was fortunate enough to learn a lot. We had an awesome response area. We were super busy. Now I'm fortunate enough to be with the 12th biggest department in the country, Fort Worth. I'm honored to be there. It's been quite the journey. It took a long time to get here, but it was definitely worth the wait, and I'm happy to be here. So,
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have seen what his area looks like. So you got Fort Worth down here, and then, if I'm correct, Dallas up here, and then like it's a huge metroplex. It is ungodly. I was looking at it. I was like, I don't know how these guys do it. I really don't. There's so many like tight corners and tight streets, and I'm like, Jesus, props.
Yeah, and there's no bendy trucks around here, so everything's a straight stick. So all those tight corners are even more difficult. We need some bendy trucks around here. So if you guys can put in a word for us.
Well, best I can do is
surprised.
Yeah, right. Especially like
I'm like surprised by that.
Yeah, there is a couple in Dallas. I think they have 6 or 7. 2 other smaller departments, like 3 or 4 station departments, just got one just because they have too much money and don't know what to spend it on.
Spend it.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah. But I mean, we have straight sticks. They're all 105s. We have a 135, which is pretty legit. That's a long ways up, especially on a windy day.
Oh, I can imagine.
Well, I mean, there's high rises and shit, so that 135 might come in handy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't catch this boy on it. Maybe.
But you never climbed up straight?
Yes. That was actually one of our drills in the fire academy. The 110.
We used to do that to the new live-ins, the one department I was on. We'd put it straight up. It was only a 95 foot, but we'd put it at like 85 degrees and make them go straight up.
It still gets a little.
That's pretty steep.
Yeah.
I mean, we would literally you got to climb the whole thing and then transition into the bucket. That's the sketchy part.
Ooh.
Because at that point you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the.
Yeah. You check the weather in the morning. It's like 5 mile an hour winds. You get to the top, it's like 35 mile an hour winds.
No.
But the coolest view of Concord, New Hampshire I ever got was climbing the Academy's straight stick. That was badass. But so are you assigned to the engine or the truck? I mean, do you do real man's firework or fireman's helper?
Well, it depends on which one you're referring to. Right now, I'm assigned to a single company truck house. So that's where I was at my previous department as well. I was on the truck. So that's what I like doing. I like a set of irons. I like the saws and jaws, forcing doors and searching floors, right?
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Even though none of Travis is the exception. Travis actually has a truck. You guys have
a couple.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys have a truck.
2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, me and Mike, we're the only ones that don't have a ladder truck. We have to finagle our way onto other mutual aid companies but
well, I mean, you got ground ladders and irons.
That's right. And we got
Most
the jaws.
of the time, that's what you're going to use anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're using the aerial, a rescue or defensive. So most of the time.
Yeah. But sometimes it's nice to climb and open up a roof.
Oh yeah.
But so we got the intro, we got the where, we got the how. I'm going through my own little checkbox over here. So we already went over how you got into the. So, was your dad a cop? How did your dad feel about that?
No, he wasn't a cop, but all his friends were cops, and all he ever wanted to do was be a cop. Now he's, I guess, in armed security. So he's trying to be a cop now, but he thinks being a fireman is way better. He sees our fire truck and he's just like, man, that's just the ultimate piece of equipment. It doesn't get any better than that. So he's super supportive. Yeah, I mean, how can you compare a fire truck and a cop car?
You can't.
I mean, no offense to all you brothers and sisters in blue. I mean, not everyone can pass the test. It's okay.
That's right. Not everybody can be cool. Everybody has their own haircut, and But I will say there is a fire department in New Hampshire that is all three. So you are police, fire, and EMS.
Oh, public safety.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a couple of those around here.
Oof.
Can't even imagine.
I couldn't.
Yeah. So when I was testing for jobs, I'll be honest, I tested at one of them, and I was like, I mean, if that's what it takes, I'll get a job out of it. But I'm happy to be where I am now. So.
Right.
What's a normal day like as far as runs go? What does that look like for you guys?
Where I am now, I think we're normally 12 to 15 a day. We're not super busy. We're not slow. Especially with all this Corona stuff, it's been different. Coronas, with all the Coronas, it's been different. I don't know. It just kind of depends on which part of the city you're in, but I think right now we're about 12 to 15 a day. So usually 2 or 3 at night, mostly during the day. So nothing crazy. I guess for a single truck company, that's kind of busy, but not as far. I mean, we have some engines in the city that are running 28, 29 calls a day. So, yeah.
So while every city has it, are you in like I hate to use this term, but are you in like the ghetto part of the city, or are you in the high mucky muck?
I'm kind of in the in between. I'm not really in the fancy part of town, but I'm not on the east side. The east side is kind of, no offense to anyone watching that lives on the east side, but it's that's just the very busy area, if that makes sense.
It's not as nice.
It's not fancy.
Yeah.
That's not where our city council members live, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. But
yeah.
So I take it that every guy was like, man, I really want to go to the east side of the city, but because that's probably where the jobs are. There's multiple jobs every day over there. There's a couple stations that hit multiple fires a day. Not everyone wants to be over there. That's what's different about a big department, is you can kind of pursue whatever you want. You can go be in the fancy areas and just deal with that different headache. You can go live and work in the ghetto. You can go be in the water. You can go be downtown and deal with all the high-rise stuff. I mean, it's very unique that there's pretty much any spot you want to be in, there's a spot for you. So, well, I'd like to be over there on the east side right now, but with all the Corona stuff, we're all kind of locked down with not moving people around, not moving station to station, all that kinds of stuff. So that's where I am for now. And hey, if my biggest concern is what fire truck I ride on, that's not that big of a concern to me. Exactly. And it shouldn't be. That should be like the last thing is, at least to me, my biggest thing is, do I have a really knowledgeable officer riding that front seat? 2,
Right.
who is my senior guy, and 3, as long as I have that really cool, cohesive core group of guys around me, when the shit hits the fan, we're going to go to work and we don't have to talk. So.
Right. Yeah, the crew is more important than the call volume for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be super busy and surrounded with a bunch of dudes you don't like, or you could be slow or slower and get to train more. And when something does happen, you guys puzzle pieces come together and you know what you're supposed to do. So
yeah,
that's what I mean with there's a spot for everyone in the city, kind of where you want to be, what you want to do, what you want to pursue. So.
So something we do not that we do, something that happens up here when like med calls roll through is they have to do the differentiating through dispatch. So they'll either do U21 negative, U21 inconclusive, or U21 positive. Do you guys do that down there, or?
I don't even know what that means.
So
it's for the
Mike's really good with
the Ronas.
It's
Oh,
COVID. It's COVID, determination. So
yeah. They have a whole list of questions that they ask about fever and travel and all those other things that if we get something that's confirmed, which is at least 3 out of 7 questions or whatever, then we have to go in full gown, PPE, masks, the full deal. Every CPR right now, we're having to do the full gown and our mask with the P100. I mean, but just every normal call that doesn't meet the expectation, we still have to wear the N95s and all that. I mean, even on Rex or when we're at the store for the day or whatever. So we're pretty fortunate that the city's taking care of us as far as getting us enough masks and PPE. I know there's a lot of departments that are struggling, so I'm very fortunate that our union and our city and our chief and all the admin have been for us, which is cool. So that's good.
Yeah.
That kind of toys into the whole I had it and then I lost it kind of thing. But Travis, you were going with something good there. So when you come into work, do they have? I know a lot of different departments have different check-in and check-out and temperature checks throughout the day. When you start your shift now, do they have like a separate area that they quote unquote quarantine you until you get your temperature checked to make sure screenings are done and then you can go to work?
No, but we do have a policy that the oncoming and offgoing officer will check our temperatures before we start and before people leave.
Yeah, I thought that was
in policy form.
So my full-time job is in healthcare, and we are just starting to get on board the screening program. Like before that, I'm checking my temperature when I come in, when I come back from lunch. Why are we not doing this? Like, this is important. I'm stepping out into the community. We're stepping out because my clinic, hospital, it's a block away. There's a lot of people you pass in between this little side street. And
yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, the last thing I want to do, and it's my fault, but when I leave, as soon as I exit the building, my mask is coming off because the last thing I want to do is look like Michael Jackson walking up the street. All I need is blanket.
Yeah.
And so I take my mask off and get that little, and then, I check in, sanitize my hands, and then they hand me a new mask when I walk into the hospital. But it's just a pain in the ass right now. And I'm like, I honestly can't wait for normal to come back, whatever that may look like. But
yeah. Who knows what it's going to go to as far as the new daily. I asked that question when all this first started because they started asking us, all right, you're going to wear a mask on every call, every EMS call, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you wear your stuff on fire, whatever you need to wear. So I asked an officer, I was like, so what do we do on a wreck? Like, it's the same exact person that could have been sitting at home 10 minutes ago. What do we do about that? Oh, crap, I didn't even think about that. So now we're wearing masks on every wreck, and every interaction we have with people has a mask on right now. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what we're here to do, is serve the people. So
Pretty much you leave the building, put a mask on.
yeah, lead from the front kind of thing. Hey, the people are looking at us to know what's going on, know how to handle it. So they're looking at us. Hey, let's be the leaders. Let's lead from the front. Let's set the example. So.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, the only thing that really gets me about the mask, I mean, it's not even like it's really a nuisance because it's whatever, but it's just leaving it on after long enough kind of mushes your mustache a little bit, kind of makes it look like hell. It's like, damn it.
Yep.
Yeah. I know a guy that makes stuff for that, though, that could help you out. So
He may or may not be sitting at our virtual kitchen table right now. I may or may not know a guy. So no, but yeah, I mean, if you do have to grow one, now is the time, because when you go through that awkward phase, it'll be all covered up, and by the time you take your mask off, you'll be ready to rock. Yep, I know.
You're not going to see it.
When I trimmed mine, I was like, it was like this over here and then over here. I'm like, I'm just going to trim the curls off and start over. So, it's starting to come out good. And I had that mask on. I'm like, I'm so glad I'm wearing a mask, because I'm like trying to hide my mustache. But since chopping the curls off, I mean, I'm pissed about it because I love my curls, but it just works so much better with the mask right now, because I have to literally, I'm sitting at my desk, my coworkers behind me, and we still have to wear a mask. It's like, this is bullshit, but it is what it is. And
yeah, it's temporary.
That's right.
It's like everything, super temporary.
But I love seeing the brothers and sisters when they're driving around in the rig, the ambulance, and none of them have masks on. I'm like, yeah, just whistle Dixie, dudes.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there's nothing gross in there at all, for sure.
No, never. Ambulances are the cleanest thing on earth.
I mean,
off the floor.
Oh yeah,
you asshole! I was gonna say that. The Mother Mary herself will be proud to eat in that rig.
Yeah, I want this head looking so clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so did you have to start from, obviously you went from one department to the next. Did everything laterally carry over time-wise, or did you have to start from the bottom and work your way back up?
No, so I started as a brand new guy, as a nobody, as a number, basically, which is, I'm not saying this in a boastful way, but because of Stache Salt, I am sort of known throughout the fire community from some people. Like I said, I don't say that in a boastful way. It's very humbling. It's been an awesome tool. I've got to meet and visit a lot of cool people. But when I showed up for part of the physical, one of the things you had to do is climb the 135-foot truck. So I'm standing in line, keeping my head down, just trying not to make a big deal of anything. And I mean, 135-foot truck, they're the busiest truck in the city. I mean, these dudes go to fires every single day, big old salty mustaches. And it's my turn. I get up on the turntable and just kind of, yes, sir, no, sir. And he looks at me. You're the Stache Salt guy, huh? So I'm like, crap.
Oh no.
I just said, no, sir, not here. I'm not. I'm just a new guy here. And he kind of gives me a head to toe and just, go ahead. Crap. No, I mean, it's all good though. They know about it and they know what we're trying to do, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's just when you show up to the station, I try to be a new guy more than the Stache Salt guy.
Yeah. But do you get those questions in the firehouse, like, hey, what do you think? What do you think? What kind of hole do you think I need?
Yeah, every single shift I get asked, hey, do you have anything with you? Hey, what did you bring? What's your new one? Do you have any stickers? Do you have so, which is a good thing.
Right.
So I like I said, I say that very humbly because I'm not the guy that stand here and be like, man, check out how badass I am. That's not me. It's the only reason this has grown is because it's a cool community and people understand the brotherhood and the fire service and what it's all about. So I say that very, very humbly. I joke about it, but I say it humbly that it's super cool to see how far it's traveled. Like I said, this morning at the gas station, dude goes, "Wapoosh, I got a tin of Afterburn with me." Like, come on, man. How cool is that?
I mean, that is very
It's cool, man.
And even now, it's like watching our little community start to grow. And I'm like, my dad's like, you're turning something that was nothing into something that's growing, and it's growing quickly. And, and he was like, well, you might get that phone call from XM Sirius Radio and they want you. And I'm like, no, I don't, I don't want that. I'm just a guy who likes to get on the internet and talk. And that's, I think, I don't know how it's affecting the two of you, but it's
right.
It's one of these moments like you watch every day. I mean, I hate watching numbers, but it's kind of like interesting to watch them grow. And it does one of these numbers, and it's like, holy shit, guys, we got some serious traction going, and it's how can we keep the momentum going and keep it fresh and keep it fun and not change who we are. And that's the biggest thing.
Right. And
exactly.
Yeah. It's like those days that come along, like when you wake up and you look at your phone and you see that, like again with the numbers thing, you just shot way up. Oh, what happened? It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we're just three dudes from Maine who like to talk fire, and now we're starting to get, we've had Zuni on, and we have you on, we've had Chief Solar on, and we've had Cooney come on, and every single one of you guys have connected in some form. At least Zuni, you, and Cooney have connected at some point. So it's like that full circle, and it's like we're just like walking into a circle and be like, hey guys, what's up? Here we are. And I was joking with Mike and Travis this week. You watch or you listen to the other firefighting podcasts, and they're like, oh, all fancy, and they're like the fancy, hoity-toity guys, and it's like, nope, we're just guys. We talk real fire talk. We cuss, and it's like, I was like, we're like the punk rockers of this fire podcasting world, and it kind of stemmed from Travis, come being like, hey, we should take our mascot and do something like what Iron Maiden did and kind of give him a character. And we're like, let's roll with that. And so right now we're working on another kind of sort of logo design to put on a T-shirt to sell. And we're like toying with names, and so right now we're working on a design called Uncle Schmucky. So it's kind of a cross between, exactly what it is. It's Uncle Sam and our jolly, what do we call
Jolly
it?
Roger.
Schmucky Roger, I think.
Schmucky Roger. So I'm excied to see what that looks like, because it's going to be pretty permanent once it becomes final. Because I'm going to get it as a tattoo.
The other thing that gets me, and I know it gets Mike and John, like just to have guys like you on our show. Like I remember when John told us, that was just kind of like, you did what? We're talking to the Stache Salt guy, or we're talking to Zuni. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
It's had like kind of a gobsmack moment.
Yeah, I think.
I just don't.
Back to the humbling thing. I was like, man, I'm just a fireman, Like I'm not anybody special. I've been blessed with a cool tool that has a cool logo, and we're able to help people, and everybody's fireman likes mustaches. So, I mean, we've just been given a cool tool. So I don't see myself as, oh, he's the Stache Salt guy, like in a cool way. I mean, it's a humbling thing, you know?
Yeah.
I think as firefighters, we have a heart to serve people and serve each other and serve the community. And I think, yeah, it's obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say it's not badass, because it's super badass to have Stache Salt and all that. But it's very humbling at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe those at the same time, where it's super badass and super humbling.
And that's the thing. I'm like,
yeah.
And everybody, every time I like reach out to a guest or somebody who I think would be really cool to come on the show. By the way, you were at the top of the list when we started this. We were like, man, that would be badass if we could get that guy to come on and just shoot the shit and
like Sunday we got to talk to him.
Yeah. Yes. And for it to happen, episode 9 is.
Well, I'm happy to do it, man.
Yeah, and I absolutely love this community that we're sort of building. And just actually yesterday, it just got announced this morning, that we have joined the Chief Miller Media family. So that.
Yeah, I saw that. Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. He kind of came on quickly, and I thought it was just going to be like, oh, well, this is going to take 1 to 2 weeks. And, this guy's super busy with everybody that he has. And it's when you look down the lineup of the family, you got, the Anchor Point podcast, you got Ryan Pennington with Jump Seat Radio and all those other ones.
Yeah.
All the people that I listen to and I had kind of admire, kind of fanboying. And it's like, wow, we're part of this. And now we all get to talk to each other and we may collaborate. This is awesome. You are making my dreams come true. I'm like a Make-A-Wish kid. But
yeah, that's a solid crew. It's a solid community. Everyone seems to be like I said, like we talked about before, there's a community within the community.
Yep.
There's a community of just firemen. There's a community of people that like the t-shirt, and then there's the inner circle of people that are here for the right reasons, that want to do the most they can, build the community, strengthen the community, help each other. Yeah. And that's what's cool to see.
Yeah.
Is the people that want to be, not necessarily they want to be on the end just to be on the end, just to say that they're cool, but the people that really want to help and see it grow and give it a good reputation and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And we kind of built Truck Schmucks all around the idea, similar to Stache Salt, is let's give back to the community. Let's take our profits from stickers, t-shirts, whatever else we decide to sell, coffee tumblers. Trust me, that's an idea that's being tossed around. And
dude, if you have a cool logo, people want your logo on stuff.
Yeah.
Just saying.
and to take some of those profits or all of those profits, we haven't figured that part out yet, and just to give it back. Pick a fire-based community, not even fire-based, like the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital up here. Every year they do a radio telethon. The coolest thing for me is I don't give a shit how big the check is. For the 3 of us or 2 of us, 1 of us to go walk into the Barbara Bush Children's Hospital and present them with a check for whatever, just to make sure those kids can continually get the care that they need and the parents don't have to worry about it, will just be the greatest accomplishment of this whole thing. Is something like that. I've never been much on the whole thing, and the Brotherhood kind of came to me actually seeing what the Brotherhood's about. It's not just funerals and retirement parties. Back in 2009, my parents' house burnt down, and my dad was receiving donations from as far away as San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah. We couldn't believe it.
Awesome.
My dad couldn't believe it. He actually, that's probably the second time I've ever seen him cry. Is when he opened up something, and it was, it wasn't even, it was addressed from San Francisco. My dad's like, we don't have anybody that we know in San Francisco.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want anything from San Francisco.
And I was like, he was like, this is junk mail. And I'm
no
like,
offense, San Francisco.
No. And my dad opened it up. It was a card and it was a donation check and everything in it was like, hey, this is for you, brother. This is from the guys from the firehouse. I don't even know what firehouse it was from in San Francisco. And just
That's
to see
cool.
that, I was like, holy shit. And I was like, Dad, this is what, this is the thank you and the brotherhood of giving 33 years of your life to this service. And, it's been well known from coast to coast. And, people that we know, that I know, that know people, I think they had a hand in it. Yeah, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. And just to see the brotherhood, and I'm like, that's what we need nowadays. It shouldn't be just funerals and retirement parties. That needs to be a constant 24/7, 365 day a thing. And that was one of our building blocks here. So.
Yeah, that kind of goes along with the whole Stache Salt thing. It's about the community. It's about the families. It's about the guys working in the station. It's about the families of the guys working in the station. So that's it was never about growing this huge thing. It was about, hey, these are people doing the same thing that we're doing. And if they need help, we're going to help them.
Yep.
So,
like when the whole tornado thing happened down in Nashville or in Tennessee, I think it was close to Nashville. One of the first things I did was I reached out to one of the co-owners of Direct Attack Apparel. I was like, hey, if, let me know if Josh needs anything. We'll do what we can up here on our end, and we'll see what we can do. And luckily enough, nothing needed to happen, which was amazing. Because if somebody said, hey, we need help rebuilding a house, let me know. I'll take some PTO out of my work and I'll come down. And that's that. And I can't wait to have Josh on the show to talk about that. So, but yeah, Mike, you got anything? You're sitting kind of quiet there. You're sitting kind of pretty with your beard.
Oh, every time I went to talk, someone would end up saying what I wanted to say. So it kind of just ended up progressing.
Yeah. The floor is yours, Michael.
I don't know if I have anything specific.
Fire away.
God, I don't have anything specific at this point. I kind of zoned out for a while, I'll admit. I was still listening, but I mean, Travis already went over it when we were talking about the Rona stuff, and then you already went over it. And I've been tired all day. I'm kind of crapped out right now. I haven't had anything really come up.
The one thing that we didn't talk about in either version of this show, what are you rocking in the firehouse with lid wise? You rocking a leather, or are you rocking a Euro, or whatever they assign you?
Oh yeah, what do you have the Euro?
He's straight Euro. He's got Euro written all over.
No, don't even say that bad word. No. Yeah. Can I have a built-in regulator, please? I don't want no dangers, please. No. At my old apartment where I was, we had plastics, and I pushed for years and years to try to get us leathers. And right before I left, they finally got approved. So I didn't get a leather there. And then where I am now, I'm still a new guy. So I haven't pushed the envelope. Apparently it's kind of dealer's choice. If you want a leather, you can. If just don't ask, don't tell kind of thing. If you want one, it's cool. If not, that's cool too.
Just do it or don't.
I'm still a plastic lid kind of guy for now.
Okay. Are you Metro or traditional?
Honest, I'm still a plastic lid guy. So I'm just happy to have a good job, and I'll say that.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Traditional.
Yeah, all right.
For sure.
Here we go.
All right.
Yeah, get the little.
Here's
we won't give him too much shit.
The other day.
If
you guys saw that.
That's very nice.
Oh.
You see that?
Right.
That is awesome.
So actually, a local guy, First Two Letters, actually made that for us and sent it in. But these are the lids we rock. So
Nice.
obviously, that shield has not been in any fires because it's too pretty.
That is too pretty. And
Wait, that's a display
yeah.
one.
Yeah. That's pretty much what that helmet's used for.
Yeah. That's a trophy. That's a gift.
Yeah.
That's a gift. So.
And
Yeah. Well, it's been shnikes, it fell off. But yeah, the lid itself is.
that's seen some jobs.
But the shield, yeah. Now
That
it just
is-
looks cool. I'll be honest, it's just a trophy now.
Yeah. That is a straight
Yeah.
New York City.
So it's just a trophy now. It's just a display piece.
That is pretty much what ours are going to look like. Not that I have a problem with the one that's sitting over there on that display one, but so yeah, your stickers hold up very well in high heat situations.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, hang on. See if I can. Shit.
Go dig it out, and of course, he probably doesn't have it.
So a while back, last October, we had a training burn, and all it did was bubble up.
Yeah,
Kids.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, she saw some fire, but that's about all. It got really hot.
Fire is fire. Fire is fire.
That's right. I mean, it saw some fire after that. I mean, it saved a chicken. I felt like the chauffeur in Backdraft. Yeah.
God.
So yeah, on my my personal Instagram page, not the Truck Schmucks one, there is a picture of me holding a chicken at a structure fire. I wanted to take my helmet off and put the chicken in it. Be like the guy
and then
from
it
Backdraft.
shits in your helmet.
That's the reason why I didn't do it.
It would have been
Yeah.
funny, but
Yeah, but that was my.
You missed your chance.
I did,
great.
but
Next time.
yeah, I hope no next time. That was weird. Hey, can you go in and save some chickens? What?
No,
No,
just let them cook for a couple of minutes, and we got
There it
dinner.
is.
You
There
can't
it
really
is.
see the chicken, but
It's
chicken.
right there. It's there. There it is. Right there. There's my chicken.
Eh.
But yeah.
I've had a similar situation to that.
Yeah. Travis, have you had any animal grabs?
No, but there was a department I used to work on. We ended up helping an old mare stand up again. I mean,
She was
an
stuck in the
old
mud,
mare.
wasn't she?
No,
Oh.
she just laid down. It was her time. She was about 22 years old, which is pretty old for a horse. And we got her up. She was leaning up against the wall, and the horse owner came back, and she's like, she's gonna be put down. It's her time. She's not gonna really thrive or anything.
You know what's funny? I had a very similar call to that.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Up there in Maine, up at the coastal Maine. The clam
Yeah,
flats.
this person's horse just like on its side wouldn't get up and was just like, I don't know who to call. Are you guys able to help? And we're like, yeah, we'll come over. That was a whole ordeal. We ended up taking like a length of 2.5 to get under the horse to like lift with it and everything. It was a hell of an ordeal. And then we just hung out for a little bit.
Any cool animal rescue stories there, Griffin?
We actually had a windmill collapse on a cow and get its leg stuck in the turbines. I don't know how it fell this way and then got the leg stuck in the turbines, but it was laying there, and we had to take the whole windmill apart, which was pretty interesting. Luckily, I was with a crew that was very knowledgeable about animals. Hey, if you hold the leg this way and push on that one this way, then they won't bite you back or anything. So like, all right, well, I'm grabbing one leg like this and pushing on the other one like that. I was like, I hope this thing doesn't freaking kick me in the face, but all right.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've had two. I've had two animal. Well, actually, technically three. So one, obviously, the animal stuck, the cat stuck in a tree.
Oh, yeah.
We've
That
had
old chestnut.
that old chestnut, and my dad, I can't wait to have him on so he could tell this fucking story. I couldn't believe it when I saw it, but my dad's like, every time we would climb to try to get the cat would go higher. So my dad was like, well, screw this shit. We brought an engine. So he puts the pump in gear, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
What are you doing?
He's not going to do what I think he's going to do, is he?
For sure.
He turned the deck gun right near the cat, and he unloaded some water, figuring, hey, let's, if I aim up high enough to the cat and get the cat wet, it'll come down. Nope, that dumbass cat climbed higher right into the stream, and out the fucking cat came the tree.
God.
Oh.
The cat was fine. It landed about 20 yards away from the tree on the ground safely, ran back into the house.
Took off running.
Cat
Right
was
back
just
into
like,
the house.
yeet.
And
Oh, God.
so
Thanks for the ride.
Exactly. And 2 days later, we had to go back and try to get the same cat out of the tree. My dad's like, screw this. We're not getting that fucking cat out of the tree. It's just going to come down, put the bowl of food at the bottom of the tree. It will come down when it's ready. And the second time, had 2 horse calls. One, the horse was stuck in the mud. Ugh, that was a lot of come-alongs and, toe straps. And the other one, the interesting one was when the horse fell through the pool, like an in-ground pool during the wintertime. And we were on our way. We would call mutual aid to this with our heavy rescue truck. And my dad's like, let's get a suit on, kid. We're going to go get wet. I'm like, Dad, I don't want to get wet. It's too cold.
Too bad. That's why you're putting the suit on.
That's right. My dad's like, well, fuck you then. I'm putting a suit on. I'm like, well, fuck you. I'm putting a suit on. And that was the only time I've ever seen my dad in the back of the rescue truck where the rest of us peons are. And my dad was a captain at the time.
You're just like, hi.
Yeah, he got in the back. I'm like,
hello,
what are you
sir.
Doing? Exactly. I'm like, what are you doing here?
What
You're not Ron.
What are you doing in our house?
You're supposed to be in the front seat. You're not Ron.
Too bad.
That's pretty much what my dad did. My dad was like the humblest officer you'll ever see, or meet. And he's like, I'm just a guy who is forced to wear a red helmet.
I'm a dude playing a dude, pretending to be a dude disguised as
another
dude.
Am I the only one that the favorite part in 13 Hours is that scene, besides all the gunfighting? That's just me, I guess.
Lost you.
Oh.
Lost you.
So I was saying my favorite part in 13 Hours, not even fire related, is that scene where they're like, I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
In what movie?
13 Hours.
Yeah, I don't think that's the right movie.
That's not the right movie there.
No, there's a scene from Tropic Thunder in 13 Hours.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
When they're all in the fucking little thing and they all say the line together. It was funny.
Yeah. What's the dude? Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It was Tropic Thunder. Oh, I know what movie it is. Trust me.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm picking up.
We're the dudes who don't know what dude it is.
Yeah, which dude is this dude talking about that us dudes don't understand?
Not even gonna read that. But yeah. So what else you guys got, Travis?
I just went and looked it up.
you found it, didn't you?
Yeah. All right.
Some bitch.
We're all dumb now.
I just watched 13 Hours. That's how I know. So Travis, how's your legs? So Travis is our latest success participant of the PAT. So, yeah, how's your legs?
There you go.
He did the CPAT, not CPAT.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
The fake CPAT.
I feel like hot garbage.
Yeah.
My legs aren't really the bother. I kind of feel sick and sore.
You should have iced that.
Welcome to the fire service again.
Right.
I go watch them. I get I get the Rona from taking the PAT. What a way to get it right.
Ugh, I would fucking hate to get the Rona. Mainly because I'm stuck in my house and pretty much in this gym / off recording studio / bedroom.
You don't want to be more stuck?
Yeah. No.
Not only are you stuck, you're sick and stuck.
Yeah, it means I have to like poop
stuck.
and I have to poop, puke, and pee out this window.
Now you're just
here.
firing at both ends, and you're stuck at home.
Just full of pain.
And the lungs will just collapse just because.
Please no.
Somebody crack a window. Oh wait, it's just me.
Ah, shit.
It's just
Oh,
me.
now I gotta get over there. Shit.
But yeah.
That test though, you think you're ready for it, and it just it comes right up behind you. It's like, hey, guess what? You're not ready.
It doesn't help that all the gyms are closed and you had to basically like cobble together workouts. I was like, just get a weight vest and run up and down the stairs. I mean, it's like the only thing you could really do because that's the hardest part.
Yeah, a weight vest, but they're $700 right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Luckily, I already had one.
Yeah. Right? I already have the 40 pounds. I just needed 5 to pass the fucking the Wildland test. Oh wait, I didn't need to take that this year.
Right. I got super bored the other day and I was just like, weight vest, gas mask, weights, and I just started like doing power squats because I was super bored.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I did. I just threw my plate carrier on, my weight vest on, and threw a 40-pound weight over my back, over the back of my neck, on my shoulders, really.
So,
put a crick in my neck for about an hour or so the first time I did it. It's like, God damn.
So while we're on the subject of physical fitness tests, what's it like in Fort Worth?
So they recently went to the CPAT. They used to have a different test, but I guess with all the new standards and nationwide CPAT stuff, that's what we have now. I think we have our own little spin, like we added an event in it, but it's a similar thing.
It's not
and
an
then
event.
and then once you get in the academy, they have a whole different freaking 8 months of hell.
You wake up at the crack ass of dawn and you do PT. Wow.
Yeah, you just basically get destroyed for 8 months. If you're in the full class, you get destroyed for about 8 months. And then they said, all right, go be a good new guy now.
Right. Yeah. What's it like?
Be specific.
So
I know I was being vague. I couldn't speak. The words weren't coming. What is the academy like? That's what I meant to say.
So I got lucky because I had worked somewhere before. If I guess they call it the fast track class. So if you've already worked somewhere for a certain amount of time and you already have all your certifications and all that stuff, we went through what was called the fast track class. So there's actually only 7 guys in my class, including me. So it's basically like a super condensed version of you already know the job. Let's teach you the Fort Worth way. So I got fortunate that there was some good dudes in my class that we weren't making all the stupid mistakes, like all the stupid rookie mistakes that, I mean, you have to toe the line with your uniform perfectly pressed and have your pen in the right spot. I mean, basically military boot camp. And I feel like there were some other people in the other class that just didn't quite know what they signed up for. Just little mistakes. Like they wanted to be there, but didn't really quite know what they signed up for.
Yeah.
No, toe the line. Basically, in the morning, you go and do your full workout, your full PT. You do runs, you do towers, whatever the workout of the day is, and then you have to go and get in your uniform for the day. Everything has to be perfectly pressed and pen and ID and creases in all the right spots, and you have to basically get a full inspection. So I mean, if you have a piece of lint on you, or if your pocket button isn't done the right way or stuff like that, then whatever
It's only
class number you
3/4
are-
buttoned.
Yeah. So whatever class number you are, that's how many burpees you get assigned for each
Oh.
infraction. So they
You're
got
class
they got
4,000.
destroyed. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So they got destroyed with burpees. Luckily, we didn't. We had to do burpees with them a couple times because they did stuff so dumb that
You guys
for
fucked
some
up so
reason,
bad. I'm
they
bringing the
included
other
us in it.
class in. Oh God.
Yeah,
Fuck.
exactly.
Did you put
No,
bars of
but
soaps
it's
and tube
temporary.
socks and just?
They did not order a
No,
code red.
just ankle socks. Just ankle socks. That way it was
Just-
just pop, 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 pop.
It
Yeah, no haymakers.
was just punches,
Just freaking
straight
nose
punches.
pops. Pop,
Yeah. Ugh.
So did you order the code red or not?
that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
I wasn't even. I plead the fifth. I wasn't even there that day. I was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, that was not me for sure.
You're goddamn right I did.
You're goddamn right. I did.
Again, another good movie that I love. But yeah. So meal wise in the firehouse, I'm gonna start asking this to all my guests that are full-time firefighters. Meal wise, who's the cook, or does everybody take turns?
It seems like right now there's me and another dude that are swapping back and forth. Either he'll do breakfast and I'll do. We're kind of on our own for lunch. There's community stuff. Make whatever you want for lunch. But one of us does breakfast, one of us does dinner. So just
Right on.
we kind of swap back and forth between that. We all go to the store together in the morning, check trucks, clean the station, do whatever you need to do, check everything out, go grab meals. So
Excellent. Well, if you run out of ideas, I will say the Fork and Hose Company got some great ideas.
for sure.
AJ has got it on lock on the whole food thing. He should.
Absolutely.
He is a professional
Absolutely.
chef. Did you guys check that one out? When National Fire Radio had a Fork and Hose on, and they made a roasted chicken. Oh, it was actually pretty good. It was one of, I think it was Patriots Day.
I love cooking, but I don't
Yeah.
have many opportunities.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, I love cooking. Like, if I could make a beer can chicken.
Cook with the microwave.
Last night
The microwave is in the storage closet.
I made
Yeah, the
fettuccine
microwave's in
Alfredo last night.
closet.
So. But yeah. So what's it like riding a white truck? Hang on. Before we let you go. All your trucks are white.
That's true. We got white trucks with blue stripes. The joke's on me, actually, because I worked for another city about 30 minutes away since my daughter's been born. And her whole life, I've been saying, we go to community events, PR events or whatever, and we'd see the fire truck there. I'd say, hey, girl, go tell them that real fire trucks are red. So she would go up there and real fire trucks are red, and she would do that to him. And now I'm riding a white fire
You're
truck.
just like,
so
damn it.
Yeah, jokes on. I did it to myself. Jokes on
Jokes
me.
on me.
Shit.
Yeah, but no.
Hope Zoom's gonna fuck us.
Oh, at least it waited to the end.
White
I
fire
know.
trucks are red, obviously, and
Yeah.
so
No, real fire trucks are black over red. Just gonna throw that out there.
there's a
I mean-
lot of cities around here going for that dark scheme, and it's sick to see. Look,
just-
It is.
Have you seen the Jack Daniels trucks?
Oh, straight
Oh,
The
black.
black and gold leaf? Oh,
all black.
oh man.
Yeah,
looks sick.
pretty cool.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
So one of the
Say, if
guys in
someone
my
has it.
class actually came over from Dallas, and Dallas is the other big city around here. And I guess there were some guys over there giving him hell. Oh, you're leaving Dallas to go to Fort Worth, blah, blah, blah. You're going to ride a white fire truck. And his response was, yeah, but a white fire truck is better than a red ambulance any day.
Right?
Whoa!
Right? Hey, I mean,
So,
I like
I
the
mean-
ambulance, but it's not my calling.
yeah. especially in
gotta-
Dallas. They
I have to-
get hammered over there.
I have to blur out the Christ, I can't even do it.
I got it. They're not every truck is pure black. It looks like they're kind of switching to white and black, but they still look freaking sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But no, I was trying to pull up one of the departments that come mutual aid to Mike and I's department, and they are straight red over black, black over red.
Yeah, that's cool.
And when
Which direction geographically?
it's the city you live in.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I can pull that up.
I gotta
Show you the website.
And when they started going to that, my dad used to tease me. He's like, "Oh, I saw your horny fire truck today." Because I love the black over red, and he used to give. He's like,
it looks awesome.
"Oh," I was like, "You don't understand how badass that thing looks at nighttime."
Yeah.
But,
So, fun fact: you want to know how Fort Worth ended up with white and blue trucks?
ooh, lay it on us, brother.
So back in the day, there used to be what they called them pumper races in Dallas, like the fastest hose company of deploying a line, hooking up to the plug, pulling your hose where you wanted to do, and all that. So Fort Worth originally, they just had plain white trucks. That was just the cheapest option. Hey, we're growing too fast. We can't. I mean, they're one of the big cities of the time that they couldn't afford to paint their trucks all these fancy colors, so they just had plain white fire trucks. So there was a local paint and body shop, and the pumper races were coming up, and they said, hey, here's our new fire truck. It's engine 5, which is now Top Gun. It's one of the busiest in the city and one of the busiest in the country, actually. But they said, make this fire truck stand out. So what they did is they put that blue stripe that's on it right now, and that's what stuck. They went to the Dallas pumper races, and they won first place. And they said, well, this has got to be good luck. We're not going to mess with this. So that's where Fort Worth got their blue stripe down the engines, is they won the fire pumper races in Dallas. So fun fact for you.
So when those guys walk into that firehouse, hang on, I gotta pull it up. Is this what they listen to when they walk through the door?
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They got the need for speed for sure.
It's just
I
and when
feel
they-
the need
Yeah.
for speed.
So they got Top Gun painted on the side of the truck, and
that is
So-
awesome.
yeah, so that's where the blue stripe came from. They used to just be plain white. So, but now they got the blue stripe because they beat Dallas.
That's awesome.
So-
And Dallas is red trucks, right? If I remember.
Yeah, they're just red and white. Just
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
All right, the black over red.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There they are. I was there when they took that picture.
I mean, people in the area will know whose truck that is, but
Yeah. But not too many locals listen and follow us. If I'm looking at our geographic.
yeah, which is kind of a funny coincidence.
Yeah, we're mainly New
Mainly
York.
Maine.
Not every state but Maine. Fuck them.
Well, if we had gone around and like really told people, I've told maybe like 2 people.
Yeah, I started telling the doctors that I work with. My dad's starting to tell people. I'm like, Dad, you need to not tell people because
Point them to us, but don't say, "Hey, look what my son's doing."
exactly. Be
Hey,
like,
you
hey,
heard these dumbasses?
that's what you need to start saying, Dad. You heard these dumbasses?
They're kind of funny.
But yeah, so that's all I got. Anybody got any concluders?
Conclotters.
Yeah, concluders.
I mean, before we get out of here, I think you pretty much nailed it in the beginning, Griffin. But if there's anything else you want to plug or promote, absolutely feel free.
Man, I'm not super salesy, but like I said, this is the one that we had the other day, or that comes out this Friday. Is that upright? I can't see. Yeah. glazed and infused pineapple, mango, coconut cream, and it actually has Malibu rum in it. That's
good.
not in writing anywhere. It's not in writing anywhere that it has Malibu rum, but it has Malibu rum in it.
It's got coconut infused rum in it.
Yeah, it has that rum, that reminds you of the beach and sunscreen. It has that one in it. We got a whole bunch of new stuff coming out for summer. That one.
I was just about to say, there is a whole lot new lineup for you guys coming out, and we can talk about it because it's on the gram. Sunscreen.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. We did that last year because, we were working on an MVA on the for a long time, and you're standing out there waiting. You want to get burned, cancer prevention thing. We give back to cancer families. It just seemed like a natural fit. We got it. Like I said, everything's all natural, which is a big deal to some people. Some people don't care, but it comes. I don't think I have one right here within reach. I'm not prepared. Anyways,
it's okay. We just brought it up.
It's in a stick. It's super easy to put on. It's all natural. Rubs in good skin protection. The whole cancer thing's a big deal. So we got that. Flavored toothpicks. Everybody at the station chews on a toothpick all day. So we got cinnamon, and orange vanilla coming out. Tastes like a creamsicle. It's freaking awesome.
Great. Now I have something to chew on while I'm watching Bucks games.
Hello, Poppy. Yeah. Stuff for the ladies. Everybody wants their wife or girlfriend or whatever to join them being salty. So we got new shirts, we got new koozies, we got ladies hair stuff, we got all that kind of stuff. So new station shorts coming out, tank tops, everything. So we're not trying to get too far out of our lane, trying to stay pretty true to what the goal was. But all stuff in line with what we're doing. So
on that same topic, how did the whole Salty Jane stuff become?
That is a good question.
Yeah, I should have brought that up way back, about 30 minutes ago.
That's fine.
So, no, we got all the firemen and whatever. It's not just firemen, it's police, it's military. It's every guy down the street that has our stuff as far as mustache wax. So we're like, all right, well, shoot, we got mustaches, now we got to take care of beards. We got beards. Hey, not everybody has facial hair, so we got shave stuff. We got people that don't want anything, and so we got hair pomade. We got solid cologne. We got candles, or we call them mandals for your house. It's not a damn candle, it's a mandal.
That's right.
But we had all this stuff, and dudes want to buy their lady too. So my wife was saying, hey, we need some hair stuff, since that's mostly what we do is hair stuff. So we got a hair serum, a sea salt spray. We got tinted lip balm. It's not like a lipstick, but a tinted lip balm. And then a lady's hair pomade as well. So we just got to kind of trying to expand as much as we can within the realm of still trying to stay true to like first responders / grooming / lifestyle company, I guess. It's more than mustaches, but not like a full on.
It's
mustaches,
but you're expanding a little bit.
Yeah. So everything that he just listed, I actually bought at least one of. I got my mustache wax. I got my pomade. I got my shave shit.
I got everything.
The only thing that I didn't add to my cart is once I order my few dazed and infused, I'm gonna get some cologne because I was like, I really want that, but I'm like,
man, so, that was a game changer because I've always just, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I always kind of seen cologne as like a fancy thing. I'm not a very fancy guy. I don't go out on the town and put cologne on. So I didn't really want like to smell fancy, but it smells freaking awesome, man. It's real easy. It is wax based. So I mean, it's freaking awesome.
Like, is it potent? Because I can't wear.
It's not overwhelming, but you can definitely tell it's there.
All right. Kind of like
If that
deodorant.
Like,
makes
oh,
sense.
you're wearing something.
Like you're not gonna
Nice.
be like, oh man,
Jesus, it
you're
smells
not
like
wearing Sex Panther.
60% of the time it works every time.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Right.
Yeah.
Man,
no, it's not,
I'm looking
It's not. You're not gonna walk in a room and
clear it out.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
smell like Indian food
Yeah.
and a
no
dirty
one's gonna
diaper?
want to leave.
Oh,
Nah.
thank God.
This is worse.
Yeah, we got
this
rid
is-
of that scent a while ago.
This is worse than the cop. And then the time the raccoon got in the cop here. But no, I was asking that because obviously in a hospital everything has to be fragrance free.
Oh yeah.
But still, sometimes
Asthmatics.
every time you pass somebody in the hallway, they smell like they got a little something going.
Yeah, they got something on.
Like
So
half a spray.
not to plug again, but speaking of fragrance free, I also made a hand balm with all this extra hand washing going on. It's like a little wax cube. It's not just wax; it has a lot of good stuff. But you just rub it on your hand and keeps your hands from cracking and drying with all the extra hand washing and all that stuff. So I actually use it on my tattoos too, and it helps brighten them up. So that's just another little thing. But
Nice. That's gonna be a lifesaver.
there we go.
Yeah. I like teeter-tottered. I was like, I really need shave soap, but I also want this because my hands are
Yeah.
cracking.
I just wet my face and shave.
Yeah. That's how it's been going since I ran out of shave soap. But everything will be here Friday.
I mean, I
Heck yeah.
tried everything, shaving cream, lotion, and then just like for some reason, something like a wire broke in my brain and I stopped caring because I used to have major problems shaving. I mean, I still do every once in a while, but
I can tell.
yeah, I haven't had to shave lately. It's been great.
I haven't either. I'm starting to get a little chin going. But no, that's all I got. Thank you for coming on and joining us and shooting the shit with us and
Yeah,
having
absolutely.
fun.
Thanks for being here with us, man.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me. I wish you guys nothing but success. Hopefully it takes off, and happy to have you guys part of the community. So keep it going. Keep it rocking.
Well, if the three of us are ever down in the Fort Worth area, the first round's on us.
Yeah, come on. You can come by the Stache Lab. We'll probably have a round or two here. So
And our names will be going on that awesome, fancy new table that he has.
yeah, we got the work. There's only one signature so far. So whenever you guys want to come by, I got plenty of room. Hopefully once all this opens up, it starts to fill up pretty quick, but we'll save some space for you guys.
Awesome.
Sounds
And
like a plan.
also, when I send you a message, I'll get your address and we'll send you a Truck Schmuck sticker to put on there, and then
Get some
we'll
stickers.
when we come down, we'll sign our names around it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good to me.
All right. Well,
All right, dudes. Well, I appreciate you guys.
well, thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
again.
thank you for having us.
Thank
Yes.
you for having us.
It's the
Thank
same
you for
thing.
having me have you.
Thanks for being alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's always a good.
I
That's always
try
a
my
plus.
best at it. Yeah, I try hard
I
at it.
try every day to live, but sometimes.
Yeah.
Shit happens. But
Yeah.
yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you again for coming on,
All right.
and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys.
You stay safe.
We're gonna finish up. We got our own thing, so you can leave whenever or you can hang out and just stay quiet.
I got food waiting for me, to be honest.
All right. All
It's
right.
Calm
Taco-
down.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Oh man.
Every
I
day
wouldn't
is
be
Taco
missing out on
Tuesday if
that.
you try hard enough.
Yeah,
That is
okay.
right.
Very
This-
true.
What day is today? Taco Day?
Yeah, it's Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco
Always
Day.
Taco Tuesday.
That's the reason
So-
why I started listening
So
to
last,
tacos, Punk Tacos on iHeartRadio.
there you go. So I had a heartbreaking experience last week because it was Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo. And I went into the station. I was wearing my taco socks and everything, and I said, "Hey, I'll cook today." And the other dude's like, no, I already got it figured out. We're having burgers tonight.
Oh,
It's like, no. It's Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo. I mean, we're not at home and having beers. You got to do Taco Tuesday. No, we already have buns and I already got all the stuff. We're having burgers. So the next one's in 2026, just so you know, because I already looked it up.
So in 6 years we'll have tacos.
Yeah. So my next opportunity is 6 years from now.
Well, anytime you can have Cinco de Mayo in the firehouse, it's taco night.
Right.
I agree.
Just saying.
So, yeah, Taco Tuesday is a thing. So
that's right. All right, man. Go get those tacos.
All right, I appreciate you guys.
All right. Have a good night, man. Stay safe.
All right. You guys be safe.
All right. Bye, brother. Well, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that is
hello, fellow human beings.
So yeah. So as you all may have heard, this episode is, or all episodes now of the Truck Schmucks podcast, is now brought to you by Chief Miller. So anytime, just go on. He has a plethora of platforms on the Instagram. One of them is Chief Miller Apparel, at Chief Miller Apparel. Forgive me, this is my first time doing this. All right. So he also is at Chief Miller and Chief Miller 2. Yeah. So you're going to start hearing more and more about Chief Miller on the Truck Schmucks podcast. Thanks for listening.
Or watching now.
Or watching, yeah. We're now on the YouTube.
Thank you for watching.
Oh, that was creepy, Michael.
And as always, all of you supporters on the on the Grum, on the Facebooks, you guys are freaking rock stars.
So, as we've been sitting here, we started the episode at 802 followers. We are now at 805. It was pretty hot and heavy there during the day. I couldn't believe it. And so yeah, again, like Travis said, thank you for supporting us. And obviously, as you may have heard throughout the show, we are designing a t-shirt logo. We're thinking about putting out a poll to see if anybody would be interested in doing a pre-order, because obviously we need to know how many t-shirts we all need. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And we're not kidding about the coffee tumbler.
Yeah, coffee.
Yes.
I don't know about anyone else, but I personally love coffee. And I'm actually, as much as I like coffee, I'm glad I've kind of scaled back a little bit on how much coffee I've drank. I can attest that both during my EMT basic class and the fire academy, I used to get up at like 9 a.m, make an entire pot of coffee, sit down and drink said entire pot of coffee and do all my classwork. And then about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, when I was sitting there done with my work, doing this from all the caffeine, I would finally eat food.
Yep.
Unhealthy habits to get through class.
I had a fire chief, speaking of coffee, I had a fire chief. He had one of those giant things that you compress in the spigot. You know, one of those
circulator.
Yeah,
the pergola.
Yeah, he had a coffee dispenser just for him. Literally, it said chief on it, and he would finish it in an entire shift.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All about getting the right coffee, man. Whew.
Yeah. Oh, right coffee? You mean Moitos coffee?
Oh, Moitos. I want to try some Black Rifle. I have to just order it up.
Well, now we're plugging all kinds. I was going for the brothers, but
we're not sponsored by these coffee people. We're just talking about how we love coffee. Same thing with
and I will say Moitos coffee, Leatherhead, perfect blend for me.
I want to try some of that. Honestly.
Dude,
it looks good.
If you have a Keurig, they have K-cups. They have the whole bean. Go get it.
Yourself is pretty good.
What is it?
I said when you grind coffee yourself, it's pretty good. As long as you have the right setup.
I have a coffee grinder. I love my I love getting whole bean. I love sticking my nose at the top of the bag and breathing in. I love the smell of I love the smell of coffee. But yeah, so that's all I got today. Tonight.
Yeah, same here. But well, really quick. Also, obviously, huge thank you to Chief Miller.
Yes. Yeah, we can't plug Chief Miller enough from now on. But also a huge, very bigly shout out to Jade, our graphic designer.
Yep. Yes.
Again, she's coming in huge on designing Uncle Schmucky.
Jade Harmon will actually. So I'll get the link again, and we'll go ahead and we'll post it in the description in this next post. So if you have any ideas for T-shirts, anything you want on anything, really, just give her a shout out. Her prices are pretty reasonable, especially with what's going on, and she does fantastic work.
Yeah, it's funny how like our logo started off as just a doodle you were doing, and then you were like, hey, this is kind of like what I doodled. Can you expand on it? And she took it and made it what it was, and it's freaking awesome.
Oh, it's fucking sick.
Yep. So we are also going to come out with 2 T-shirts. We're going to have the Uncle Schmucky T-shirt, and we are going to have our regular, logo.
Schmucky.
We're toying around with looks for the regular T-shirt, so stay tuned. But we're gonna listen to you as the fans on which one to make more of, or which one you would like to see first. So yeah, again, thanks for listening, and I kind of want to do a Q&A, a live Q&A.
Yeah.
The ask, what do you want? Ask us anything. So
Talk with us.
Yeah. So that's
ask
all I got.
Schmuck.
Ask a schmuck.
Ask a schmuck.
That should be that should be a segment. Ask a
That'll be the
schmuck segment.
And welcome. We are now entering Ask a Schmuck Hour.
There you go.
Not a whole hour, but
All right, boys. I'm gonna go downstairs and spend some QT time.
yeah, I'm gonna go find out what the hell I want for dinner. It's 9 o'clock our time. I might eat some meatballs or something.
No, you're true Italian.
I got marinara in my veins. On my job shirt, I rock a thin red line flag and an Italian flag. That's how stereotypical I try to be.
Yes, that's right. All right, boys. You stay safe, and tell Jess that I will see her on Saturday when we work.
Yes. Yep.
When we hang out for 12 hours. Well, 24 hours, I think it will be this weekend.
Yeah. I'll probably stop by at some point.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. You boys stay safe, and everybody, thank you for listening, as always.